working Sunday. So that's how it is here in Penurgia in Greece. Foris just stopped by to pick me up from the apartment, and we came here to the workshop. It's just on the other side. Maybe you hear it's welding, and I'm gonna show you later the progress of the work. It's slow and baby step, but it's getting really good. And today actually I'm taking it easy, as you can see here, I'm kind of rethinking the design of the kitchen and the cabinet. It's 20 years, actually 21, almost 22 years old, and it's still good, but probably now I can use, first of all, better material and lighter than this one, so not to be so heavy. And of course with some improvements, so will be, especially for our needs, that it's about not just going for a weekend, but living full-time in a van. So far my ideas, I'm gonna explain you now which are, and eventually if you have any ideas by yourself, by your own, you can write down below in the comments, because I'm still in the process of thinking what I want to improve, and any advice and tips and other ideas are fantastic right now, because anyway the idea will be to rebuild completely by myself with a new material that they call here seawood, so it's special for not having problems with water and moisture and mold, that it's one of the biggest problems while living in a van. So far I have two ideas. The kitchen part, it's pretty much well designed. I can't move it anywhere else also because all the cable and all the structure, it's already made, so I will not move anywhere else in the van. But I want to improve especially two things, or maybe three. The first one is the table. So probably two improvements. One will be to have some extra space here. I remember I saw in a friend's house on his table, he have just two kind of sliders that slide out to 10-15 centimeters, and they just pop here. So I have the space, so from one side and the other side, and then you just push and put back in the position, so we can, for example, do the bed, because if I do a bigger one, I will not be able to open the bed. So this is just because we used to work in the van with two computers and some other stuff on the table, the space will come a little bit more close. So the idea to have these two extra pieces. The second one, it's actually for the two cabinets where we have, of course, the gas bottle down here and plates and spices, and also this one with the pot and pan. So the main problem is that in a Westie, usually the table goes like that. So every time if you want to open, you have to put the table right in the middle. What happened is eventually I need still to check the measurement, but to create an extra hole here, so if I want I can put it like that, or I can reduce and actually put it like that on the second rail of the couch. So in this way I can open and close what I want. So that's the one solution. The other one will be actually to replace these and to put roll-up system. So even if I have the leg of the table just down there, I will be able to open and close when I want. As well as here in the van, behind, actually between the kitchen and the driving seat, it's the all the electricity, and it's usually what we have here on the side, the inverter, the solar panel, transformer or controller. So actually I would like to put everything here. The only things I want to do is to have a small cover here in order to protect from any case of water from the sink to fall on the electrical part, and eventually also here to create a place where to put some small stuff. Then it's the cabinet, and here it's more easy. The idea will be to improve the cabinet, so we don't need this small space. Actually, the idea is this wall to go right in the middle, so to have 1, 2, and 2 shelves, and then the bottom where we can put our clothes. And I think it's pretty good space. And here, of course, to be accessible by a roll-up system. As well, here will be to cut all this part and to put 2 shelves and a roll-up system. So basically will be to close this side because we will not access anymore from this side. And then I still thinking, so here is the fridge, and usually it opens like that. All right, so the thing is that in this case, if I leave it like that, this wall that actually will be empty will be useless. So the idea is how I can use this wall, for example, to put some small shelves or other elements, for example, pocket made with fabrics, for example, where to put other stuff. Or I'm thinking 2 solutions. One will be to actually remove the wooden part of the fridge and just to have the bottom, but you see it's smaller, and just have it like that, removable. So you need to open, you just take it out and put it back, and eventually with a locker here, just in order to stay well closed. So these are the main thinking. Now it's just about few tiny adds and to try to use all the tiny spaces. For example, as we probably remove the 2 removable panels from the top and the mattress, because we don't like to sleep upstairs in the pop-up roof, but it will be good just to open it and have some air circulating and actually be able to stand up inside the van while cooking. The idea is we're gonna gain maybe 10 centimeters of space, and for example here on the top between the cabinet and where is the display for the heating system, I don't mind to create a small closed shelf. Like for example, we can put spices and just small stuff that. So the idea is to try to, for example, remove stuff from here, like all the spices, and put up there, and so things from under the seat that can actually go here inside. So it's more, of course, we're gonna downsize even more than now. I mean, in order to, well, we're gonna get rid of some stuff we don't use so often, we don't actually need. That's the best way in order to manage the kind of tiny space we have. So it's more like now reorganizing and use better every single space that we have in the van. So that's what I will do pretty much today. So it's just drawing down ideas and Tomorrow, a friend of Foris that is a professional woodworker or wood maker, he will come here to check things out, probably to help me out with some ideas, and the next step will be to actually go to, well, to finish the main ideas and to go to buy the material and start the job. So now if you want, we can go in the other place, and I can show you the upgrade actually on what Foris is doing on the van. So just in the other part of the workplace, and that's Mork. So actually these are the upgrades from the last couple of days. So Yanis, that it's the person that helped Foris in the job, he just put some paste and did all the preparation for the painting, both side and also on the door that's gonna be replaced. So here you can see all the small bumps here and there, and that's pretty much ready for, as you can see here, pretty much ready for the painting. And then Foris is doing this slow process. So as you can see down here, this part is already being replaced. So what I actually did, it cut just the right piece from the other van and weld on Mork. And here, for example, it's the new piece because this was all rust, and this one will go as well. There's this one actually that will be replaced. So pretty much like this. Yep. Fair enough. So this is as you can see, a slow process because every piece needs to be cut really precisely, and then on the van just to take out some small parts, and in order to fit perfectly and to make it like this one. So this is the job. So there's still several parts that needs, for example, on the other side. So mainly the biggest problem were on the step. So you can see here, that's a pretty big problem. So that means as well to cut this part and to from the other van and to place it here as well. There's also some problems on the back, especially it's near the, well, you can see it from here because it's under here, but probably as we spoke, he will cut this part from the other van and then to here, and that will be replaced. I can show you from the inside where actually it's the problem. I think you can see the hole here and here as well, just near the back part of the tire. And so I think that all the week this will be the job, like to this precise job to cut small parts and just replace piece by piece. It's really slow, but he is, as a professional, he just wants to do the best job ever, so he takes his time in order to make it seriously perfect. And well, you will see after a month and something. So, and at the same time, my job will be to take care about all the inside and the conversion in order to create a new one that will be more easy to access for us, and especially as in 6 years we live in a van, we know actually what we need And the most I think the main problem is to create some just new small spaces and organize better the inside, and eventually even to add something on the outside. It's Foris have so many ideas about. We are still thinking, so it's a ongoing process about check the best option. Like for example, one will be to put the fifth tire outside on a special bumper that can be open, like in a 4x4 Jeep, for example, and to use, because there's a lot of space, all the space that is just under here, where actually the tire goes, because it's just under there. So that could be for actually the two batteries. That could be for an external water tank, for example. I mean, there's a lot of possibility. Of course, everything means time, and in order first to think and then to actually do it. So that's it for today, and I think I will see you tomorrow. See ya.